This is Dave LeClaire with MakeUsUp.com, and today we are going to be taking a look at a new free-to-play early access game on Steam called Gunz 2. It's actually the sequel to a free-to-play game called Gunz that has been around for a long time, and it's quite a bit different from your standard third-person shooter action game because it involves a lot more movement, which you're going to see when we actually play the game. So let's jump in, let's take a look, and let's try to connect and see what's going on. So when you boot up the game for the first time, it's going to take you to this little screen that lets you pick your character and lets you kind of choose some stuff. You can give him a name. Let's call mine Big Dave. That's me. I'm Big Dave. So, go me. So choose a nickname. Now you can choose between 4 different characters. Ivan, Rena, Elena, and Max. Each one has their own play styles and gives them a little backstory over here on the side, so you can kind of see like what they all do. You see what they do, what they don't do, what makes them good. So this guy's a highly motivated and aggressive faction of the Assassin's Brotherhood. Silent Avengers subject themselves to rigorous daily regimen, blah 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 blah, lots of stuff. Rena has swords and looks pretty cool, so I'm thinking maybe Rena might be the way to go. We got Elena. She's at a bar. Oh, she's shooting off her guns. Max, he's got a big shield, which is kind of awesome, actually. He wants to get the party started. So you're greeted with this scene when you first boot it up. Now, you can only have one character at a time, and if you want to have more than one character, you do have to pay. So make your choice and make it wisely. It costs extra to create more characters. They would like to remind you of that. So now we have Rena, and there she is, our level 1 Rena. As you get to higher levels, you get more abilities, as you can see over here on the side, which we'll get to later as we get into the game. We'll show you some of the abilities. So with that said, let's get in and let's take a look at what the game actually plays like. Alright, that's it. We're in a game, baby. We're going. It's time to play some guns. Is you ready for some guns? So Gunz plays like a pretty standard first-person shooter. It's WASD to move, Q and E launch your special abilities, left-click attacks, and right-click also attacks, and shift blocks. And that was me getting killed really bad right off the start of the game, so that's always fun. A lot of this game involves mixing sword play with gun play, which kind of makes things a little crazy. You're not just shooting in Gunz, even though the name is Gunz. In fact, if you shoot a lot, your teammates will probably call you a noob, and they will insult you for being a sprayer. I know it sounds bad, but it happens all the time in Gunz. You can use your gun as long as you mix it with your sword play, but people don't like people who just run around and shoot. They call them sprayers. So get ready for that if you want to shoot, but don't listen to them. If you can kill them with whatever means you can kill them with. Don't worry about what they complain. Ah, you're a sprayer or whatever. Just play the game, right? Even if you get wrecked like I am right now, it happens, you know? Sometimes you get wrecked. It's all good.
Rampage!
So, when you're good at guns, you're really, 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 really good. I mean, this guy's on a rampage, and he's probably just going to keep killing our team over and over again because the skill ceiling in this game is one of the highest you will find in any shooter. I mean, it's insane. And there's me getting stomped some more. You see, the level of mobility you have, I was able to survive an assault by 2 of them because until this guy comes along and just puts a stomp on me. Now I should mention that this game is free to play on Steam, but it is in early access, so it's an alpha right now. So the game's probably going to change a lot before its final release, but you can download it and play it now for free. There's no limit on the free-to-play. It's just you can buy items, guns, things like that. I have heard some people talking about it possibly being pay-to-win, where you can buy powerful guns. And we'll take a look at the store in a bit. It does seem like you can buy a lot of guns, though. Yep. It does seem like you can buy a lot of the guns with real money, so there is that going on. That could be a problem. But it's such a skill-based game that, like, this guy who keeps destroying us, like, if I had the best gun in the game and the best sword in the game, I would not be able to stop that guy because his skill is just way too high. I mean, he just moves at, like, light speed, you know? It's just crazy. And there's just no, I don't have the skills in my bank of abilities to be able to hang with that guy, and I probably never will. I used to play quite a bit of the first Gunz back in the day. That was years ago, and I mean, years of playing Battlefield and Call of Duty, and now the Titanfall beta has just completely changed the way I play a shooter. Playing some time with Loadout definitely kind of helped, because Loadout is a very mobility-based third-person shooter. But not like Gunz. I mean, it doesn't have nearly as much of the wall running and all that craziness that you get with this game. So, but yeah, gameplay is very intense, and if you're looking for a shooter that has just a skill ceiling that will just force you to just work as hard as humanly possible to get good, I mean, this Gunz exactly what you want, because this is not, no one's ever gonna go out and say that Gunz is, oh, this game is too noob friendly. Like, there's nothing noob friendly about Gunz. It is a game of pure, raw skill.
Over here. Revenge.
I got a kill.
I'm not done yet. Done yet. Revenge.
I got another kill. I'm the champion of Gunz.
Rampage. I'm not done yet.
I died painfully, but at least I died with my pride intact. Yeah, attack him.
Win.
I think we lost. Yeah. Even after the game, they continue to assault me. So that is a game of Gunz. I went 2-9-1, so real solid kill-death ratio on that game. You know, 2-9-1, very respectable. Compared to their team, 13-7-5, 11-6-4, 7-6-1. So they were all positive. So congratulations to them. So let's take a look at some of the free-to-play stuff. So you have a shop in which you can only spend gold, which is the standard shop. Everything here seems to cost 15,000 gold right now. I assume that's something to do with the alpha, either that or that's just what they charge. You can also buy bundles of different clothing items for the character that you have equipped. You can get accessories, which are purchased with real money. You know, a potato chip beard. I don't know why I would want that. You can get gear of protection, which are items that kind of help you be a little stronger, single-use kind of game items. Then you can go over to the Tesla shop, where you actually use materials to craft guns. So you need like a standard Scorpion that you buy in the store, and then you can build a custom Schmeiser, and it's a little more powerful. So it's kind of how that works. Then premium is stuff you can build with that costs money, so hence the name premium. But it does seem like you can get good gear without ever spending any real money, and that's good, because you do need, you know, you don't want the game to be completely pay to win. But free to play is fine. I understand the developers need to make money. I have no problem with that, but I do want to be able to be competitive in the game with my skills. Now, clearly, as you just saw in that last game, there's nothing competitive about my skills. I'm terrible at this game now, so my skills are not competitive, and I'm going to continue to get stomped. So there's that. But yeah, I don't want it to be pay to win, and it seems to be alright as far as that goes. You can also do gear upgrades, where you can drop an item in here and upgrade it with gold and make it stronger. And there's normal games, ranked games, and the campaign. And in the campaign, they actually have a tutorial, which I highly recommend you play if you've never played Gunz before, because it's going to teach you the basic movements such as wall running and dodging and using your special abilities. And then it also has this pretty cool campaign, which is a bunch of levels that you play with other players, and you go through and you just fight AI enemies. Again, another good way to help kind of understand the basics. You saw I jumped in that game and got absolutely mauled, and I can guarantee you that 9 times out of 10 that's what's going to happen, especially because this is an alpha. The only people who are playing this game right now are the really, really hardcore Gunz players, and those people are going to just wreck shop on you if you're not careful. So you definitely want to go ahead and play through some of the campaigns. The number after it is the number of other people playing it right now, so you may not always be able to get in there with people, but you can run them by yourself. But they seem to not be balanced for that, so if you try to run in and do a campaign by yourself and there's no one else in there, there's a lot of enemies and they're gonna wreck you. So there's also achievements which are done in the game. So I got welcome to Gunz, complete the tutorial, play until you reach level 2, very basic stuff. Complete stage 1 in campaign mode, win a normal game. Yeah, that's right, I've actually won some games before. It's hard to believe, I know. Watch, ready, check this out right here. I got an achievement. See, you just saw me win a game, so that's weird. But I did, I won a game. I know it's hard to believe. So one of the biggest problems that you'll find with Gunz 2 is that if you have not been playing Gunz and you are just outclassed, you're gonna get stomped consistently every time. Now, if you're willing to put in the effort to keep banging your head against it, eventually you will get the hang of it, and the game is good. So it's not to say like, oh, it's not worth struggling with. But you just need to understand that while you're trying to figure things out, I mean, you are just going to get mercilessly crushed by everyone you come across. They're going to kill you, and they're going to kill you over and over again. It's going to suck for a while. But when you get to be the one who's doing the killing, it's pretty awesome. And unfortunately, I am not close to that point yet. So in the end, I gotta say, Gunz 2 is a pretty solid shooter. It's definitely not easy, and it has an incredibly high skill ceiling. And it's still an alpha, so things are a little bit messed up with it. But given enough time, the game will definitely come along and be as good as the first one. And if you are a fan of the first one, you should absolutely check out Gunz 2. If you never played the first one, then you need to prepare to go in there and get stomped for a while. But if you're willing to put in the effort and learn the game, it's actually very rewarding. It has an incredibly high skill ceiling, and it's definitely worth checking out. Once again, this has been Dave LeClaire with MakeYouSub.com. Make sure to check out this article on the site as well as all our other content. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you.
I'm not done yet!